Yeah, talk, let me talk.
Superlife.
Let me talk. Talk.
Superlife.
Talk again.
Superlife. 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 You say it's working now. They should hook up now. Bring that phone. How you viewing it? Is it like this? Is it like this there? Superlife. Superlife. Hallelujah. Is it going? Superlife. Superlife. Okay, it may add down here. I was going to hold this one like juju. Asobe. Already we nana. Already we nana. Why get time? Superlife. That's it. That's how it be now. It's life now. No, I will not be hearing. So I don't know how will I answer questions later. I don't see me, but they will see me. We will soon start. We will soon start. We want it to be very beautiful. We want today's to be very beautiful because today's topic. You need to be settled and receive the full blast. Superlife. Yes, that's wonderful. Yes, we need more attendance. So prayers here. Somebody will pray for us. Yes. So we are going to pray. Are you ready? Father, in the name of Jesus, thank you for today. Thank you for your love for us. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for the blood of Jesus. Today we are gathered again in continuation of the expository series that we have been on. We ask Holy Spirit, help us. Begin with us, take us through and end with us in the name of Jesus. We cancel every itches, cancel every hindrances. Today, give us the wisdom, give us the grace, give us the understanding, and let this meeting transform our lives for the better. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name. Superlife. Yes, as I said before, we are continuing in a series that we have been dealing with before. And today, if you look at the caption of the topic, it's very scholastic. It's very professorial. But Superlife has the answer, no matter the nature of the topic. So today, I'm dealing with apoptosis and apoptotic clearance and signaling, discommunication of immune system response. Discommunication of immune system response as a reason for the emergence or resurgence of diseases, reason for treatment failure, reason for poor treatment response. Superlife supplementation, the gateway to reversal of the trend, a thematic exposition. So it's a thematic exposition. So we are going to see through. Don't bother about the high name, but you understand as I take you through. I said hyper and hypoapoptosis. And I said apoptotic clearance or signaling. I also said discommunication in our immune system. As a result of that, there's diseases coming back, treatment failing, body not responding. And as a result, we now say Superlife is the only gateway to escape this problem. And we say Superlife supplementation will help for the reversal of the trend. So what is apoptosis? What is apoptosis? Apoptosis is programmed cell death. Superlife. Are they hearing me? Okay. So apoptosis is cell death or programmed cell death. You see, that is apoptosis. And apoptotic cell clearance are the removal of cells that are dead, removal of cells that are compromised, removal of cells that are weak, taken away from the body, taken away from the circulation, so that the immune system will be able to tolerate any foreign substances that will come into the system. So apoptosis is programmed cell death. That means it is something that will happen. It is something that the body needs to survive. It has advantages and it has disadvantages. So when we say apoptosis or a cell apoptosis, that means a cell dies. A cell dies. So death can occur naturally. So apoptosis can be natural. Apoptosis can also be induced. Can also be caused by other conditions or pathologic conditions. So we are going to see this apoptosis, then the apoptotic cell clearance or signaling. We are going to see discommunication in our immune system because of this apoptosis, and what discommunication can lead to, or how discommunication can relate with apoptosis. Then how it creates immune dysfunction and pathologic condition, and how Superlife can get rid of all this brouhaha. Superlife. So, apoptosis, as I said, let me go through again. Listen very attentively. I say it's programmed cell death. It is what will happen. It is what must happen. And it has advantage and it has disadvantage. Now, it's a natural process. When a child is developing, you see from the, if you really have a picture image of the embryo in the womb, you see how the child is developing. First of all, you go to the feet. The feet of the child, first of all, will look like a duck feet. A duck feet. You know what you call duck feet? Duck feet, it has in a web in the center. So those webs in the center, they must die away. Apoptosis must take place so that those webs will die, so that the normal feet will appear. So how does apoptosis take place? It takes place by signaling or modulation. So something signal or triggers the system to engender apoptosis to take place. And when apoptosis takes place, it removes those webs, and the normal finger comes out as the child develops. And at the 9 months, when the child comes out, you see the normal 5 digit, without web in between, because human beings are not duck. Now, so that you see some children born with duck-like web in between their digits, either their hand or their feet. So what is responsible? That means there was a failed apoptosis. Apoptosis failed. So because apoptosis failed, the there was now immunologic challenge. As a result of that, the child came up with an abnormality. Abnormality in the sense that he was now having a web in the finger. Are you getting it? So that is why we are saying apoptosis has an advantage. Now, if when the webs die, they are not flushed away from the system, they are not taken away from the system, that is apoptotic cell death were not cleared away from the system, it will also lead to another immune challenge, and that can also bring pathologic condition to the body. Are you getting it? So when the cells that are not needed die, they must also be flushed away from the system. If they are not flushed away from the system, the body gets immune challenge, and when there's already immunological challenge, then the body is prone to pathologic condition, diseases and the like. Superlife. So as you can see, I said hyper and hypoapoptosis. So apoptosis must be normal. It must not be too much. It must not be insufficient. That is, it must be normal. If it is too much, it brings problem to the body. If it is insufficient, that is not up to, it also brings problem to the body. That is to say, if cell death is accelerated, the cells are dying untimely. That's why you see when somebody dies at the age of 20, 25, 30, they say untimely death. Untimely death. So that is how cells die too. So we die because there is acceleration of apoptosis. Because apoptosis is cell death. So if there is acceleration of apoptosis, cells die untimely. And when cells die untimely, it leads to pathologic condition. What pathologic condition? For example, you get disease like immunodeficiency, like the one you have in HIV, because there's a rapid cell death. When the virus gains entrance into the body, replicates itself, it multiplies into million copy of itself because they start attacking cells and overwhelms the immune system. Different cells start dying. So that is untimely death of cells, because apoptosis is now autoimmunity. Autoimmunity is when your system start attacking themselves. Why are they attacking themselves? Because there's not sufficient apoptosis. Things that are supposed to be taken away from your body, your immune system cannot take them away. Your immune system cannot regulate itself because there's not enough, signaling and modulation for apoptosis to take place to get rid of those things that your body does not need. As a result of that, you now start having challenges, oncogenic challenge, like challenges that lead to cancer, that lead to carcinoma. So it is insufficient apoptosis. Now, we said discommunication in immune system. Discommunication in immune system, how do they lead to disease emergence? How do they lead to disease resurgence? What is disease emergence? Disease emergence is disease will just come up. Disease, you didn't plan for it, it will just come up. Your body suddenly, you start having degenerative disease, you start having neurological disease, you start having protozoan disease, you start having bacterial disease, you start having fungi disease, you start having viral disease. How do they come? You don't know. How did it happen? You don't really know. So, but your immune system is already at challenge. It's already failing. So because of that, disease emerge. Then when I say resurgence is that disease that you have treated, what you have getting rid of before, they are now resurfacing again. The treatment that you have taken before, it's like the treatment didn't work, but you felt better before. They are not coming back again. All these things, why? It is discommunication in the immune system. The immune system, let me now tell you what is discommunication in the immune system. The immune system is basically made up of our white cells. Our white cells, the white blood cells. The white blood cells regulate the immune system. And the white blood cells, we call them leukocytes. We call them leukocytes. These leukocytes, they are divided into two. One is phagocytes and the other one is lymphocytes. So phagocyte and lymphocyte are the two classes of white blood cell. Now the phagocytes, for example, you have the macrophages. The phagocytes, for example, you have the neutrophil. The phagocytes, for example, you have the monocyte. The phagocyte, for example, you have the mast cell. These ones, when any agent comes into your body, any invader comes to your body in forms of disease, in forms of virus, in form of bacteria, these phagocytes, they are triggered off by immune complex system to go for that foreign invader, to engulf that foreign invader and get it away from your system. So you can see that before your body is overwhelmed by bacteria, that means your phagocytes or your defense system, which is mostly done by phagocytes, have been overwhelmed. Because they have been overwhelmed, so the invader will not take over your system. So, but before it does that, before you are taken over by diseases, before you come down with any particular disease, that means your white blood cells have failed. So that's what I'm saying. Our immune system is being regulated, it's being modulated by the white blood cell. And I said the white blood cell, they are called leukocytes. And I said one of them is phagocyte, the other one is lymphocyte. And I said the phagocytes, there are about 4 of them. You have the neutrophil, you have the monocyte, you have the macrophages, and you have the mast cell. Then the principal job is to look for foreign agent coming to your body, get rid of them and take them away so that your immune system will not fall down, so that your immune system will not undergo challenges. Then you also have the one that is called lymphocyte. The lymphocyte is divided into 2. We have the B lymphocyte and you have the T lymphocyte. The B lymphocyte helps for our natural immunity, helps for our adaptive immunity, helps for our acquired immunity. Why the T lymphocyte? What that one do? That one has T helper cells, and that one also has natural killer cells. So that means natural killer cells means when your cells are compromised, when your cells are no longer effective, they are not compromised to result to diseases. They are not compromised to result to cancer. They are not compromised to result to carcinoma or tumor. It is in natural killer cells that will kill them and take them away because they are already compromised. They don't have the integrity of a cell anymore. So your natural killer cells come and take them away so that they don't compromise other normal cells. So that is the function of the natural killer cells, and it's part of T lymphocyte, and it's also a white cell, and it's part of our defense system. Then you also have the helper cell. The T helper cells are when your cells are becoming weak, your defense system is becoming weak. The helper cells come in to activate the other cells so that your immune system will come back to life. So, but if there is discommunication, what I'm saying now, these phagocytes are not being triggered to get rid of foreign agent that is coming to your body. The T cells are not there to remove compromised cells. That means your immune system is already discommunicating. They are not communicating well. Communication means when foreign agent comes in, your body releases the phagocyte to take them away. Or if the virus or the bacteria or the organism comes into your body, the organism produces an antigen. For example, virus produces viral antigen as it goes into your body. And when that viral antigen goes into your body, you start suffering from viral infection. So what your lymphocyte does is that as the virus comes in and produces viral antigen, your lymphocyte produces antibody to combine with that antigen and flush it away. Are you getting it? That is a communication. So if there is this communication, the lymphocyte cannot produce antibody to get away this antigen. And when the antigen is in your system, it will provoke diseases and it will lead to pathologic condition. Are you getting it? So we are saying the failure or discomposition in immune system is responsible for disease coming up, responsible for disease that you have treated and you are happy that it's gone, resurfacing again, responsible for poor treatment failure. You have been treated, it's failing. Poor treatment response. So we're not saying Superlife is a gateway to reverse this trend. Because drugs have tried, but they cannot. Why drug cannot? Because what the drug does, it has a component to get rid of what is causing that disease, to take it away. But if that disease condition has overwhelmed your immune system, the drug cannot potentiate your immune system to start communicating fast. So in trying to get that, the drug will be failing. But Superlife comes in, it goes to that agent, not only going to the agent, Superlife rejigs your immune system Your immune system, like soldiers, they come up and they rise up and they face that thing and they will take that thing away. Not only facing that thing, then to rebuild your sex stem cell, potentiate your stem cell to start producing other cells. When the cells, for example, you see a soldier is being faced by 100 enemies. The soldier will run. If it doesn't run, he will die. That's how Superlife does. When it rejigs your immune system, your cells come up in numbers. Weak ones become activated. New ones are produced. Living ones become replicated. Then the foreign agent has no option than to what? To take off. So you see the differences between Superlife supplementation and therapeutic or clinical medicine. So Superlife. So apoptosis, as we said, is very important for us. It's very important. It's very necessary. Because dead cells, if they exist in our body, compromised cells, if they remain in our body, you see, let me tell you some of the funny things we experience. When you start taking Superlife product, at a time you say you are now feeling sick. It's like the drug, the Superlife you are giving is making me to feel sick. It's making me not to be comfortable. I don't think I will continue. Do you know what it is? The immune system, the discommunication in the immune system that is trying to arrange those dead cells, is trying to see I can mop them away. Compromised cells trying to say I can mop them away. It's trying to modulate every network in your immune network system. That time you'll be feeling somehow like as if you are not well. But within few days, it is self-limiting. It resolves. Then you come back. That is why after some time you say, I want to stop Superlife. But later I didn't stop. They said I should persist for it. I said take more water. Take more water. Yes, water is good because water will help balance the pH level. Because pH level of your fluid, if they are not in the normal range, if it is going acidic, it will affect your system. If it's going alkaline, it will affect your system. So if pH level must be balanced according to your cytoplasmic content. So if the pH level is balanced, then your immune system will work effectively. Superlife, you're laughing. Yeah, it's normal. That is how messy it is. So Superlife. So the dot discommunication that is trying to now come into communication. That is that process of feeling unwell that some of us call healing. Your system comes back to normal. So today, our topic, as I said before, is the connection between apoptosis, failed apoptosis, accelerated apoptosis, discommunication in our immune system. How do they lead to disease coming back? How did they lead to disease that you have treated before resurfacing again? How did they lead to poor treatment response and failure of treatment? And how Superlife can get rid of them? That's what I'll be explaining since. Now, we have a product. We have products in Superlife. We have SC30. We have SNC. We have SIC. We have SCC Plus. We have Super Root Coffee. We even have Super Cell Tech. Now, Superlife products, they are stem cell product. The STC is a stem cell product. Now, the other products like SNC, SIC, they may not be stem cell, but they potentiate stem cell release and stem cell production. They potentiate what? Stem cell release and stem cell what? Production. When your body is not producing stem cell, and an agent come to make it produce stem cell, then it start producing stem cell. When it start producing stem cells, then the lack that your system was experiencing will get gotten rid of. So that is what Superlife product does for us. So all Superlife product, if you look, they are all immune boosters. From SC30 to the last, they are what? Immune boosters. Why are they immune boosters? Because they have components, phytochemicals, polysaccharides, polyphenols that will help to build your immune system. And let me tell you, what the immune system does not fail, pathologic condition cannot overtake the body. Before a pathology, when you say pathology, a lot of diseases now, before it takes over the body system, the immune system has been compromised. If the immune system is not compromised, it cannot fall sick. That's why I say when you are taking Superlife products, the person does not fall sick. Because at that time, the immune system is very intact. It is robust, so it cannot fall sick. Are you getting it? Now, if the person has now fallen sick because the immune system is already down, Superlife will go back there to rebuild that immune system that was down. When the immune system comes up, ordinarily the sickness resolves. The problem goes away. Are you getting it? Now, when we are treating for, you are admitted in the hospital, you are being treated for diabetes, you are being treated for hypertension. You are expected to be taking drugs, taking your medications every now and then. When you stop taking medications, after some time the problems worsens, the diseases it takes another tone on you. Now, when you are using Superlife product, you see the difference between Superlife product and those medications. If you have malaria, you take anti-malaria. What does it do? It tries to get rid of that malaria parasite. How does it get rid of it? It tries to, stop the action of that parasite. It makes that parasite useless. So by the time it stops the action, it depotentiates the action of that parasite, so that it does no longer invade your cells. Then the person normally will become well, and the person gets well because the cells are no longer being destroyed. The immune system begin to God has built the system so marvelously. The immune system begin to try to get itself again back, but gradually. But sometimes it takes time. Sometimes the anti-malaria will fail. It will fail. They will try this other brand. Are you getting it? Because the organism there has overwhelmed your immune system, but it's now resisting what? The anti-malaria you are giving it. When you have given anti-malaria for a very long time, or you are giving a therapeutic agent for a very long time, the organism you are using it to attack will not develop what? Resistance. And if not only that, if it now builds a genetic resistance, it will be very difficult to get rid of that organism because it has built a genetic resistance. Now, but when you take supplement like Superlife, the organism cannot build genetic resistance. You know why it cannot build genetic resistance? Because the dynamics of the workability of Superlife, no organism can understand it. Why? Why no organism can understand it? The organism comes, okay, let me attack the kidney cell. He attacks the kidney cell. He attacks 1, 3 comes up. He attacks another one, 8 comes up. He attacking, they are doubling. Are you getting what I'm saying? You attack a cell. Before you know, 5 cells comes up to surround that cell you have and replaces the cell that you just attacked. Can the organism understand what is happening? When the organism does not understand the dynamics, it submits. It submits. Because not only that, I hope you are getting what I'm explaining now. I will tell you why organisms cannot develop resistance to Superlife product or supplement that has therapeutic potency. Superlife antioxidants are there. When your antioxidants are overwhelmed by oxidant that the disease agent is causing, your body breaks down. Disease happens. Is it not true? And Superlife has too much antioxidants. So the antioxidants are there to support. The stem cells are coming up, producing cells. The immune system is being rejigged to be, the soldiers are now active as soldiers. Everything bombarding one particular organism. The organism does not know where the bombardment is coming from. Is it from your immune system? Where is it coming from? What are you taking that is over? So organism does not understand that the organism does not have any option than to what? Than to submit itself. So that is why in Superlife prescription we must be specific. Because the Superlife products are specific in nature. The one we know, SCC30, we are so used to it. So when they ask us, I have this, take SCC30, I have this, take SCC30. Of course, stem cell. But sometimes some issue goes beyond not just to produce a cell, but you have to make the cell that you have produced to be in communication with your immune system. Once it is in communication with your immune system, when there is circulation all over, the stem cell will work for you. Now, someone that is having I want to use an example. You are having Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer, where your coordination, your memory is failing. Yes, take Superlife product ST30. It will help to build more cells in your brain, build more cells in your neurons. But the active component to bring communication between your brain and the spinal cord, if it is not involved, the treatment outcome will be low and will be slow. Are you getting what I'm saying? So, for example, now if you now add SNC to ST30 for Alzheimer, the SNC has molecular particles that will help to increase the connection of the brain and the what? And the spinal cord. That failure in the brain and the spinal cord, that SNC will get rid of that challenge. When it gets rid of the challenge, then ST30 produces more sex there. The treatment outcome is what? Is high and fast. Are you seeing the difference? So that's why we say some of the products are specific. Now I use another one, for example, ulcer. You have chronic ulcer for the past 2 years. You have been treating ulcer. You are not getting result. Now we will give ST30. Yes, ST30 has antioxidants that can really attack ulcer, like chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid is in STC30. Chlorogenic acid is in Melus domestica. That is the apple that was used in STC30. It has chlorogenic acid. It also has caffeic acid. Now these two acids, they are good agents that helps to what? Get rid of ulcerative pain in the stomach. They prevent acid production. They prevent production of acid in your stomach. They protect the lining of your stomach not to be susceptible to erosion by acid or by Helicobacter pylori, the one that causes ulcer. Now, but if you take XCC Plus, XCC Plus is a digestive product. It's a product that has to do with your digestive system. Where does ulcer take place? It's not in your digestive system. Whether it's in the stomach, whether it's in the duodenum, they all make up your digestive system. So what SCC Plus was made for your digestive system. The components were packaged because of the digestive system. So when you take it, using 1 stone to kill a bird and using 5 stones to kill 1 bird, which one will scatter that bird? 5 stones. So using 1 stone to kill a bird, using 5 stones to kill a bird. Thank God you have answered. You say 5 stones. Are they hearing me? Superlife. So 5 stones will scatter that bird. That is the difference between SC30 and SCC Plus in treatment of ulcer. Are you getting it? So ulcer that have spanned 2 years, span 1 year, has gone beyond using of SC30. But hooray! The new SC30, or what we call SC30 Plus, from what we have seen, the inclusions, the new ingredients that have been added, will do a lot of job in the treatment of ulcer. We may not even combine it because they have enhanced the potency of the supplement ST30. It's not ST30 Plus. Now, we go to pi. I'm using diseases, for example, to tell you the potency and the specificity of Superlife product. Now, pi, for example, there is communication in your colon when you take food. Because we're talking of this communication. I'm not taking you away from the course. We are still on course. Now, when you take food, the food goes through digestion. And your body digests it as it goes through your esophagus, goes through your stomach, goes through your duodenum, and goes through your large intestine and small intestine before it goes through your rectum and anus and pass them out as a physics. Now, pi is called hemorrhoid. It results as a result, it comes as a result of swelling of blood vessels in your rectum. Rectum is your anus, the anus, the side, the one inside before the outside. It's the outside that is called the anus. The inside that you can put your hand is the rectum. So when the blood vessels supplying them, if there's discommunication, then the blood vessels will swell. They will inflame. And when they inflame, it now results to what? Pile. Pile, or you call it hemorrhoid. I say pile or what? Hemorrhoid. So pile can be internal or pile can be what? External. Internal pile. Many people have piles, they don't know that they have pile because it does not protrude. When you feel, you just go poo-poo, you feel some sensation as pain or scratch, but it does not come out. That is one type of pile, stage 1. Then there's another stage, stage 2. When you bleed, the thing will come out, the rectum will come out, will prolapse, then it will go back by itself without you using your hand. That is internal stage 2. Then when stage 3 is when it comes out, you use your hand. What? Have you not seen somebody using your hand to push a rectum inside? Use your hand to push that stage 3. Then the last one, stage 4 of internal pile, is when it comes out, they go inside. So the person starts like cannot sit down. They will say they go and operate it. The operation of pie, well, it's not too easy. Sometimes the operation can be complicated and results to another thing. So if you have somebody that has pie, tell the person that it doesn't need operation. We have a product, and that product is SCC Plus. It will crush the pie because it is made for digestive system. Pie, that pie in your rectum or your anus is part of the large intestine. I hope you know that. And what's the name of your large intestine? Your large intestine is called colon. And SCC Plus is what? Superlife colon care. Colon care. So it was specifically made for colon. For colon, the large intestine, and they make them for. So let alone. So pie is from your large intestine. Are you getting it? So as you take it, it will not only deflame that inflammation, that vein, look like vein, which is the blood vessel that is swollen. It will deflame it and take it back to the normal shape. It will, bring perfect communication in your large intestine, because large intestine is like a U shape and ends in the anus. Are you getting it? Blood supply, perfect blood supply, because there's no perfect blood supply. Then blood supply will be perfect. Are you getting it? Because all the agents there, the one that will do blood supply is there. The one that will do, who can tell me two or three things inside the SCC Plus? I know we are. Have we seen SCC Plus before now? We know 2 or 3 things inside. SCC Plus has aloe vera. Do you know it has aloe vera? If you go and find out the importance of aloe vera, if you have aloe vera, it has to have beetroot. You know beetroot? Beetroot. Okay, you know beetroot now? That looks like ginger. It has beetroot. So it has chlorophyll. So it's jam-packed with too many things. So it is the best treatment for ulcer, pie. So the communication that was lacking, that resulted in that inflammation of your blood vessel that led to the ulcer, you see, Superlife has taken away that discommunication in the system. So the person now begins to live and lead a normal life. So apoptosis, as we said, is important. The time in your large intestine, there are cells that need to live during the biosynthesis or biochemical process of your large intestine. As the system is working, there are important bacteria in your large intestine. We call them good bacteria. Good bacteria. So these good bacteria, they are important for the effective working of your intestine, whether large or small. So, and it helps in your digestion. It helps in stool consistency. If these bacteria, they don't have perfect environment to work, they become sick. And once they become sick, they are no longer pro-bacteria in nature. They are supposed to be pro-bacteria in nature in your gut, so that your gut will function very well. Then your gut start having discommunication, because what is helping them is already becoming sick. Are you getting it? So SC Plus has a lot of these prebiotic substances. Prebiotic means they will feed these good bacteria, give them perfect environment to function very well, so that your colon will be in good shape. Then as a result of as I said, the biochemical process that is taking place in your body, during that assimilation and digestion process, some cells need to go away. So apoptosis must take place for those cells to what? To go away. If apoptosis does not take place, those cells are there, discommunicating normal cells. You now start having challenges in your colon or your entire digestive system. Are you getting it? So signaling helps for apoptosis to take place. Those signaling are connected with your immune system. If your immune system is active, the normal signal will take place and your apoptosis will take place. So apoptosis is important for us, but it must not be hyper. It must not be what? Hypo. Hyper means too much. Hypo means not enough. Are you getting it? So it must be balanced. And for it to be balanced, then your immune system must be coordinated. Is it not? It must be normal. It must be modulated to function the way it's supposed to function. White cells must come when they are to come. White cells must relax when they are to relax. White cells must defend when they are to defend. And so, if all these things are working, the person will not fall sick. The person will not what? Fall sick. Anything that challenges your immunity, that challenges your immune system, that brings it to susceptibility to having negative impact, will definitely predispose that body to to a pathologic condition. Superlife. So there's also communication. So you see, I've been mentioning some case studies to tell you that this communication or lack of apoptosis or over apoptosis can lead to the emergence of diseases. Even in the brain, we have a product that takes care of the brain. SNC is a product that takes care of the brain. Now, the brain is the engine of a human. Every part of your body has communication with the brain. If there is discommunication from the brain, that part of your body will not get message and it will not work. For example, somebody that is suffering stroke because of hypertension, what happened? Why is the hand not moving? You say you have partial stroke, this hand not moving, this leg not moving. That means the communication between the brain and the spinal cord that will send message to this part of the hand it has been truncated. It has been what? Truncated. The nerves that supply those messages, they are not what? No longer active. Because of that, the person will be suffering that that sickness. So the brain is the engine of every part of the body. Every part of your body. The brain has a master cell. It has a master gland. There's a gland called the master gland. Have you heard about it before? That gland is called pituitary gland. It's the master gland in the brain. It's at the center, the base of the midbrain. It is only that gland that supplies and coordinates every other glands. If that gland does not supply one particular area of your body, that area of your body will suffer discommunication and disease will come up. Okay, so Superlife has so much given us a product called SNC that has to do with what? Innervation. That has to do with what? Perfect circulation. That has to do with what? Perfect coordination between the brain and the spinal cord and other parts of the body. Are you getting it? So when somebody is telling you he's having epilepsy, it's brain. He's having Parkinson, it's brain. He's having stroke, the hand and legs not working, it's brain. He's having he's behaving like an imbecile, it's what? It's brain. He's having epileptic shock, it's brain. So he's having a loss of memory, it's what? It's brain. So most of other diseases that we may not be able to mention all their names, they are connected to what? Failure of the communication from the brain. And with that, sometimes you go to the hospital, you may not be able to find solution. Because somebody that is behaving as an imbecile. So you say it's more or less genetic problem, is it not? It's more genetic problem. Good. It's more or less genetic problem. So how come Superlife cannot solve genetic problem? So why is it that Superlife will solve genetic problem? Because let me tell you, there are diseases that are bloodline. Like some of this Parkinson disease. You check some of your great-grandparents suffered it. Your grandparents suffered it. Even your parents may not suffer it. You now find yourself, or this your generation, suffering it. It's bloodline. Diabetes also take that tone. Bloodline. Are you getting it? When grandmother had diabetes, great grandmother had diabetes, your mother had diabetes, not the female children, not all will escape it. They will have diabetes. And that about is genetic bloodline. It's not easy to eradicate because it has to do with your gene. The gene is always coded that this is diabetes. This cell must be diabetic. This cell must be diabetic. So you cannot change the gene. It's only what can reverse the trend, reverse the protein, the amino acid composition of that gene, so that the gene start responding, start coding no longer diabetes, but coding normal body system, system. That is where the person will become okay. And I think Superlife has done that. Superlife has done that, has done a lot of work in that area. That's why we say it's a stem cell therapy. It's a what? Stem cell therapy. What you do, bone marrow transplant treatment, for example, sickle cell patient, they do bone marrow transplant because the bone marrow is defective. Because it's defective, it's not producing the normal red blood cells, normal white blood cells that the person needs to survive. So circulation is poor, and the person is sick because there is substitution in the amino acid at position 6, leading to that person becoming a sickler. Now, we don't go for the transplant because we don't have money. The transplant is costly, very costly, very costly. But Superlife goes to your bone marrow, the stem cell, it go and reproduce, it go to regrow your bone marrow. It makes your bone marrow start producing normal cells. Those cells that you cannot produce, start producing them. That circulation, there's poor circulation. Your body now start having effective circulation. You now see a sickler, will not have crisis. It's taking Superlife. 1 year, no crisis. 2 years, no crisis. 3 years, no crisis. 4th year, no crisis. 6 years, no crisis. What is different between a stem cell transplant and that Superlife stem cell therapy? Superlife. So when you see our testimony, you say, I just took one pack. I became well. I didn't have crisis. That was how I was able to win one doctor who refused to join. His pastor's wife was having epilepsy. He said it falls down like 3 to 5 times in a month. So he was asking, I've tried my best. You come down your Superlife self. Can he do it? I've tried to convince him. I said, yes, like I do now. Because he has treated, didn't work out. Now, it's okay, bring your ST. This now is that ST30, not even SNC now. So let's just give him this, your money can buy this one. The month the woman took it, she didn't fall. That's why I was falling 3 to 5 times. The month she took that S30, she didn't fall. The next month, she didn't have money to buy. She didn't fall. The 3rd month, there was no money to buy. She didn't fall. The 4th month, she has not fallen. That's where her head reached. Didn't ask again. Are you getting it? So the man was very happy. So what must have happened? I see the epilepsy has to do with between the brain and the spinal cord now. So those shocks are no longer coming. Whatever S30 has gone there to regrow better cells. So what the cell is now seeing is seeing normal cells, not epileptic cells. This is not seeing epileptic cell, will the person fall? It will not fall now. So those are the dynamics of Superlife. That I say many disease-causing agents cannot understand the way Superlife works. So they will not be able to curtail it when it comes. It's just for us to take the normal what? Concentration and prescription. Yes. So today we have been talking about apoptosis, discommunication in the immune system, how it leads to disease condition. Now I've been going to different diseases I'm using different diseases to buttress this immune system that must be intact. Let me tell us, when we are our clients that we are taking care of, let's always encourage our clients to always do the needful. What is the needful? Tell them to always be on fruits, useful fruits. Tell them to always be on good diets, because dieting and nutrition also have a lot to do with failure of treatment. I hope we know that. So somebody that say he has kidney problem, the person is still drinking beer. It's a guy you are giving Superlife, is recovering, but he's drinking beer, using style to be drinking that beer that he has left before. Then he's exposing himself more to the same problem. So he should not tell you your Superlife is not working. It's working, but he should avoid some lifestyles that are not good. Are you getting it? So A time will come, we'll start dealing with diseases, specific diseases, and super life supplementation. And so we'll not be able to be mentioning all of them because diseases are so much. Like somebody was asking questions the other day. It is your questions that can make me answer many questions on diseases. So if you say this person has this, this person has this, this person has this. Super life. Super life. Okay, now before we round up, I still want to bring infertility into this our discussion. How this hypo and hyper apoptosis, this communication in our immune system, how does it relate with infertility? Yeah, how does it relate with infertility? Infertility has a widespread of or a spectrum of of causes, or how will I put it now? So infertility has a wide range, of medical comparison. Now, infertility can be in the man. Infertility can also be in the what? In the woman. Infertility is just a name. Sometimes it's not the way the name is. A woman has not been able to conceive. The man has not been able to make the woman conceive. So you say the man is not fertile, and you also say the woman is not what? It's not fertile in that way. But there is a route that you must go to. Why is the woman not fertile? Why is the man not be able to make the woman fertile? Are you getting it? So you explore the cause of infertility. Someone say infertility. Don't just look at infertility. Take super life. Take this. Explore. What is the cause? A man that the sperm cell is low, the sperm quality is poor. Can he impregnate a woman? So you have to explore. Is the sperm problem? Is it azoospermia? Cannot produce sperm? Is it oligospermia? Produce only small sperm? Find that. Is it the sperm has poor viscosity or poor motility? Find that. Is it that the testosterone, the hormone that helps in production of sperm, is low? It's not active? Find that. Are you getting it? When you probe, then you now see that this is the cause of the infertility. When you know the cause, our product, we have products that can get rid of infertility of any kind. So it's for us to probe. Then when you probe, you now know which of the product to give. But how does this thing we are discussing relate to infertility? Yes, when there's poor communication in your immune system, cells turn into fibroid cells. Your woman is supposed to have normal cells. At the end of each month, you go through your cycle. Your endometrium is sloughed off as blood. You see your menstruation. Then hormones, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, all of them start their action again. They start working again for another what? Another 28 days. If those hormones are not produced in right quantity, if those hormones are produced but they are not active, if those hormones are produced but they are not circulating to where they are supposed to act, that means there is discommunication. Is it not? Since there is discommunication in your immune system, in your circulation, then you start developing pathologic condition. That's why I say emergence of diseases. And myoma, which is fibroid, is a disease, and it's a cause of what? Infertility. Or polycystic ovarian cyst that comes in terms of pulses of packets of cells containing water. Sometimes it goes by itself. They come as a result of what? Poor communication of cells. That you may not be able to trace what is causing it. Is this hormonal or biochemical? Is it hormonal or biological? Is it hormonal or immunological? Are you getting it? So, cells that refuse to live, it stops another one not to progress. Cells that your body is supposed to be intact, it compromises that, it now makes other one to compromise. All this distort your immune system. When the immune system is down, susceptibility of your cells to pathologic condition, is overt, and sickness comes. So that is you see why sickness comes. So now why does treatment fail? It's the same discommunication. Treatment fails. Why there's poor response? It's the same discommunication. Immune system is not communicating. Cells that are dead, cells that are not wanted, are not taken away for the normal cells to act. Are you getting it? So apoptosis must be normal apoptosis. Clearance of apoptotic cells, dead cells, must be modulated and efficiently taken away. Your white cells and defense system must be in active immune system. Then there must be perfect response to treatment if the immune system are active. Let me tell you the feelings or what you experience as you are taking treatment with Superlife therapy is the rearrangement. As I told you, it's the rearrangement of your immune system. So it makes you to feel as if you are not well. Making you feel as if this product is affecting you. It's not affecting you. It is self-limiting. It will resolve itself. If you refuse to resolve, after 1 week, you are entering the second week, you are still having that feeling, then we will change the product. Especially when you are taking STC30 or SNC or SCC Plus, it's giving you the, we will give the person SIC. You give the person full SIC for 1 month. SIC will rejig and will remake the immune system. Then you go back to that ST30, you see that the person will not have the same feeling again. So that is the wonder of Superlife. Superlife, I think we should have spent up to 1 hour. Are we? So Superlife, my people, I hope you enjoy the class. So put your hands together for Superlife. Put your hands together for Team Nigeria. Put your hands together for Team Nigeria. Put your hands together for yourself. So even if you don't clap for me, it doesn't mean, but clap for yourself. So let's hear your questions. Questions, your experience. Life is super. the progress. When you see the you start skipping days as you are taking, because comprehensive treatment for sickle cell anemia is not just 6 months. You know what sickle cell anemia is, so it is better to prevent any crisis, prevent any breakdown. When you are not broken down, there's no crisis, your system is working perfectly, a sickler can live longer than expected. Superlife. Yes, the next one. Okay, breast cancer stage 2, you have ST30. Can the person hear me? ST30, SNC, and SIC. Those are the combination, and you take them twice daily. The three product: ST30 morning, night; SNC morning, night; SIC morning, night. Anything that has to do with cancer, all the three products must be combined. All the three products must be combined. Okay. Clap for yourself. I think Mama is here now. I think I believe is sweeter now. So you see, pray for. Are you not happy? The class, are you people not happy? Because everything is clear. People are seeing. Everybody said the whole world is seeing it clearly. So it's the best presentation. God bless you people for your comment. God bless all of you for noticing that it's the best presentation. Yes. Down syndrome. Down syndrome. Okay, Down syndrome is genetic. So that Down syndrome, ST30 and SNC. That's what you take. ST30 and SNC. Down syndrome. ST30 and SNC. Yes. Down syndrome is extra when you have extra chromosome. So it's genetic. So this is genetic. But the treatment is not going to be just. It's going to be for at least 6 months that you watch the outcome. ST30 morning and night, SNC once a day for that Down syndrome for 6 months. Yeah, asthma. Okay. Well, asthma is asthma is respiratory disease. It's respiratory disease that can be provoked by several, that can be caused by several agents. Then let me also tell you, asthma is also genetic. It's also bloodline. So when you have asthmatic parents, there's every tendency for you to be asthmatic. Then when you prone yourself to certain agents that leads to inflammation in your respiratory tract, you can be prone to having an asthma. Let me tell you, a smoker can develop asthma. Someone that is working in coal mines can develop asthma because of asbestosis or things like pneumoconiosis or siliconosis can mimic asthma, can even lead to asthma if they are not taken care of, because they are diseases of the respiratory tract. But thank God we have a product. The problem the Malaysian president was having, Malaysian prime minister was having in 2002, that it was asthma related chronic cough, that it was not healed. But when they brought tiger milk mushroom medicine from South China, he took it and it became cured. Then he now went to a conference of biotechnology and proclaimed that tiger milk mushroom. Now we have what is bigger than tiger milk mushroom. We have superroot coffee, which is a combination of tiger milk mushroom, maca, and what? And tongsat alley. This one will crush asthma. This one will crush asthma. Please. So for asthma, the cure is SROC, then combine with STT30. If the person cannot buy the two, go for LASROC, morning and night. Morning and night. Consecutive 3 months is bye-bye to asthma. So if it is genetic, you trace the line, whether the parents had it, that you must add ST30 plus or ST30 so that it will be able to build normal cells. I say asthma, if it is not genetic, it is caused by other secondary factor. If the person cannot buy ST30 and SROC, use only SROC, morning and night. 3 months is our treatment line. Yes, Superlife coffee. Then if you trace that the parents had it, that's why he's having it, then add ST30 to the SROC, morning and night for the two of them. 3 months. Then you see the response, then you progress because it's genetic. Are you getting it? But the person will not have asthmatic reaction or challenge. Have you seen asthma person? When it's happening, they give them aminophylline to release the respiratory tract so that they start breathing well. But when you take that coffee, the coffee is a respiratory coffee. It's a respiratory what? Because of the fungus that is inside that coffee. That fungus is tiger milk mushroom, Lignosus rhinoceros. That is tiger milk mushroom. It's very potent for the respiratory tract. So I think I'm able to answer your question. Yes, Pastor Ben, you're the one that asked the question. Okay. Okay. After all the tests have been done, and the last test you do is HSG, hysterosapingography, to see that the fallopian tube is blocked. Once you have done that and it's confirmed that it's blocked, good. Then you face the person with ST30 and SNC. ST30 and what? SNC. Morning and night. It will open that fallopian tube without fear of favor. Tell the person without fear of favor, it will open it. Morning and night. ST30 and SNC. Concept before 3 months it will open. But 3 months baseline for treatment. It will open, yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. God bless that person. Hepatitis, okay. Now, hepatitis is a viral disease, a virus that attacks the liver. Are you getting it? So it's a virus that attacks the liver. Do you know that before we have been treating hepatitis with STC30? So sometimes we treat, we are not getting results. So now let me tell you how to treat hepatitis. Give SCC plus. Can you hear me? SCC plus and SIC for 3 months. After 3 months, go and check. If you are still having traces of hepatitis, then you now add ST30 to SCC plus. Drop the SIC. For another 3 months, I don't think you will see hepatitis there. That is it. We have been using ST30 and we will complain. If you go do rapid test, when you go for rapid test, you still be seeing, it's just like HIV. I know HIV. Even when the HIV person is normal, it's not sick. If you do rapid test, you still see, it will still show positive. You know why? Because it's antigen antibody reaction. That antigen is still there inside the blood. The antigen brought in by the HIV virus is still there. So the antigen brought by hepatitis B virus is there. Are you getting it? So it is better that the virus is dead, or the virus is inactive, or the virus is deactivated. It's just there, sit down, look. That is what our HIV drug is doing. It will make the virus to be inactive. It will reduce the virus load on your blood, on your cells. The virus will just be sit down, what? Look. You will not be sick, you will live 100 years. So STC30 or sorry, Superlife product like SC plus, SIC can deactivate or make hepatitis B virus or hepatitis C virus to be inactive, to be sit down look. It will be there. You can live 120 years because it cannot affect you. So don't be surprised even if when you go for tests, but you don't have any pathological symptom anymore that you were having before, and you go for test and say they're still there. Don't worry, just be tricky. There's a stage you trick. Let me tell you one thing. When we gave ST30 to some of our HIV patient, HIV clients, their viral load, they monitor their viral load. If it's going down, that means the drug, that HIV drug we're giving them is working. There was the one that is taking ST30, the viral load goes down even to 0. The people will be shocked. This drug so work in your system, not knowing that the person took a what? ST30 crash the viral load to 0, like as me and you be normal people that don't have HIV. Viral load will be 0 because we don't have the virus. So that is it. So I thought I'll be able to answer that person's question. Because the liver is part of digestive system. So the liver does a lot of work in our digestion. It does a lot of work in our detoxification. It does a lot of work in our cleansing. So that's why we bombard with SCC plus. If you can take only SC plus, even morning and night, only SC plus, it will deal with the hepatitis, whether B or C. I see. If no money not there, buy only SC plus. It will get rid of it. But we always advocate stem cell. Stem cell, you must always take stem cell, at least to boost more cell production. Oh, that's wonderful. I hope Pastor Ben will be coming here. You have to hold Pastor Ben. You have to hold him to ransom because you see today now it's very powerful. So that's why we have to probe what is causing the infertility. I said that's what we were saying. Just like when I was answering the question, when I was teaching, I answered it. You must probe what is causing infertility. If it is low sperm count, give super root coffee. Are you getting it? If it is testosterone for the man, the hormone is also down, super root coffee and ST30. If it is fibroid that is responsible, or polycystic ovarian cyst, which are basically responsible, or blockage of fallopian tube, ST30 and SNC. Are the person hearing me? And so just probe. When you probe very well, we'll know the product does not go beyond ST30, SNC, and super root coffee for both male and female. That's the 3. Does not go beyond that. ST30, SNC, super root coffee. After probing, whatever probing you do, it will not go beyond those 3 products. Yes. That's not the request of many. Kidney. Okay. Like somebody was asking me today, somebody that's already undergoing dialysis, what Superlife product is good for the person. I told the person to take 3 combinations. The person was already undergoing dialysis: ST30, SNC, and SIC. But if he does not, if he cannot purchase all of them, he will purchase ST30 and SIC. Because what dialysis does, it comes to take away all the toxins, all the toxicants that the body cannot remove through the kidney. The kidney was supposed to do filtration and get rid of all these things through the urine, but it could not do it. So all this waste, that's what the dialysis removes. The SIC will help to facilitate the cleansing system. So, but you must take it twice daily. So perfect treatment for kidney disease. If it's not dialysis, if there's no dialysis, ST30 and SNC, it's okay for it. If it's chronic, are you there? Or we're no longer communicating? So that is it. Okay. You don't even need ST30 for coronavirus. Coronavirus is self-limiting with our environment. It's self-limiting issue. So SROC can take care of coronavirus. The SROC can take care of coronavirus. Have you heard me now? The person that asked that question. SROC can take care of coronavirus. Even if it's STT that is also give, can still take care of coronavirus because coronavirus is self-limiting. When your immune system is very packed and powerful, coronavirus has nothing to do to you. It only overwhelms a weak immune system. That is the problem. That is so people that are prone to it, you see that they were excluding Africans from, they will get coronavirus, say just hide yourself for 14 days, you are okay. Because our immune system is heavy. So only SROC, you know, is a coffee. Take it hot, it will chase away coronavirus. Okay. I should repeat one. Okay. Okay. Bring two more. That is not it. That is not the cause. That which of the question? This question is asking. Okay, so somebody is asking that somebody that is undergoing chemotherapy that has cancer. So what is the perfect product to give to somebody that is undergoing chemotherapy for the treatment of cancer? Then another person had brain tumor and they did the surgery. So right now the person cannot talk again, cannot speak. So what Superlife product we can give? Is that not? Of course, chemotherapy is, or radiotherapy. No, you didn't mention radiotherapy. I know it's part of it. Chemotherapy, when you give the agent to the system to challenge the cancer, to bombard the cancer. They also use waves, radio waves, to bombard. What happens is that those ones, they are even threat to your cells. As much as they are helping to get rid of cancer cells, they are also killing some other cells that are there. And they are also depositing leather substances that will also affect you. So it is a plus and loss, or plus and minus. So the best Superlife product I told you before, for any case that you mention cancer, STC30, SNC, and what? SIC. You must give. SC30, SNC, SIC for that. Then that surgery is always 50-50. There's one of our person that, mommy, I don't know if you remember, one person that died in Lagos. Temi Tokwe was very good marketer. You know, he came here when we were doing that. He did that brain tumor surgery. So that brain tumor surgery is 50-50. That brain tumor is 50-50. It's a very delicate surgery. So that's why I say the pipe stayed too much. I know. It's even lucky that he has not died. So that's the 50-50. It's either you die, survive with some disability. We cannot talk again at all. Okay, our speech therapy now that will help is SNC. It's what? SNC because the brain, the speech center is already affected. It's lost signal completely. But you will not give only SNC. You add ST30. Cells must be produced. Then coordination will be done by the SNC. Comparatively, morning and night for the two of them. ST30, morning and night. SNC, morning and night. Stretch 3 months and observe. There will be dramatic change. And when you see that there is change, if there is change, it's already speaking small. Stop the STC30. Continue the SNC and add SIC. And add SIC. Are you getting it? So that's why, like, by the grace of God, when our manual is at, when you see it, that is some of the way we write, the way we wrote it. The way you go to follow up, they will tell you what you will do when you come to follow up. The test that you will send the person to check follow up. Then product that you can remove and add in between. That is, as I told you, ST30, SNC. For that person that is not speaking because of brain tumor surgery. When you start recovering, after 3 months, you see recovery. Stop ST30. Add SIC to the SNC and continue. Because you want to boost the communication system. Okay. Now we hear we want sleep. Oh. Okay. Okay, now for cataract and glaucoma, no combination. SNC. Cataract and glaucoma, no combination. Only SNC, morning and night. Then hyperpigmentation or hypopigmentation. What did he ask you? Is it hyperpigmentation or hypopigmentation? SNC and ST30. Hyperpigmentation and heart disease. ST30 and SNC. Heart disease, any heart disease you want to treat is SNC now. SNC is for heart problem. Oh, don't know before. It's SNC. Oh. Only SNC can get rid of heart issue. So, if there's no other questions, let's put our hand together for Superlife. Life is super. So, Williams. Oh yeah. Let me ask lastly. Sorry, we just have just class. Let us be patient. Just one more question. Okay, one more question will be okay. Oh, Bobo. Ooh. SIC SCC plus. A woman of 89 years suffering from pie is already bleeding internal pie. Are you getting it? Internal pie. She can no longer hold it anymore. SIC morning and night. SCC plus. Yes, morning and night. If it's so serious, but because of her age, SCC plus just once in the night. SIC morning and night. What is it? They should not do surgery. Don't do surgery. Is the person listening? Is the person listening to us? Tell him not to do surgery. Don't allow them to convince. They should not come. Some people die at 80 years. So die something. Somebody 89 years, you want to do hemorrhoid surgery for the person. Don't do it. Oh. That SIC and in short, before 7 days, they will see result. Tell them like that. SIC, SC plus. Before 7 days, they will see result. Those blood will stop. Mommy, I say SIC and SCC plus. SIC morning, SIC evening, SCC plus once in the evening. But if it's so chronic, when we say man of that, it should take the two morning and evening. After 7 days, it will stop. It will change SCC plus to only once a day, because our age, 89 years, 89 is God has even blessed that one. So thank you very much. Brain tumor, I specified it now. The brain tumor, where we talk about brain tumor. Now, if you say only a brain tumor that they have not done any operation on, brain tumor, you want it to go. ST30 and ST plus. That's all. SNCS plus ST30. Brain tumor. ST30 SNC. Whether before surgery or after surgery. Then we only said during surgery you replace later with SIC. You replace ST30 with SIC if the person is now recovering after 3 months. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. Are we clapping? Are we clapping? Are we clapping? This is powerful. Thank you very much, our Dr. Chooks, a paradigm shift, medical paradigm shift guru, a researcher in the house. We really appreciate you for this powerful lecture. A double crown, a WHO researcher. We really appreciate you, doctor. God bless you, sir. Are we clapping? Are we clapping? All right, this is great. This is to tell you that Superlife rebrand, Superlife Nigeria rebrand, we are back. The rebirth is here and now. We are back. We are alive. Superlife is alive. We are not dead. We are what? We are back. When we are back with a full force, with every week powerful lectures like this, every week powerful presentation like this. So do what? Connect, invite, send the link to your prospects, send the link to your downlines, send the link to your success lines so that they can join and learn, and their questions will be attended to. Okay? All right. If you want to rewatch this powerful presentation, go to the YouTube, click the link and rewatch. Also drop your questions. Next week, we attend to the questions. Super Life! Life is super! Thank you very much. God bless you. Come next week. Come next week. The picture. Come next week. We are going to come live again with the super, this thing. Life is super. Super Life. Life is super. We are back in food. Yes, this is the team. The full team. The full team. Health is wealth. Life is super. We are super.